Hello, I'm Franco Turco. This is my landing web page, which was created for explorers that want to discover the world, and it's basically using technologies as HTML, CSS, and Figma. The basic structure is a title, a heading title, then an avatar in the profile section with the avatar, the description of the person, the name of the person, and then a button for edit the profile and another one for add a new profile. Then you have another section, is the card section, in which you can find different cards with images of the places the explorer is been visiting, and a description of the card with a title and a like button. The important thing of this project was working with responsive designs. Responsive means like no matter what kind of device and different resolution you use, you're always gonna see the content, like the layout, in a certain order, so the user feel comfortable moving around without being using horizontal scroll bars or zooming or moving the browser viewport. This is my HTML file. You can see we have a doc type document, the language in English, and then the head with the different meta tags, which the most important here is this one for the project, for the responsive design, that is a viewport, content width, device, minimum width, initial scale 1. This one makes adapt the page to every user's resolutions or screen resolutions. Then you have the page here, the div with the page content. I want to show you what is block, element, and modifier. Element mostly displaying blocks. Element is like the block is the container of the elements. The elements are the different parts of the block itself, and div basically or mostly supposed to be the block. The syntax for that is just the name. The name, like for example, page here will be a block, and then you got the element that is like page content, right? Separate the block page from the element with an underscore. Here you got another, this is a modifier. Here's another one, another element is header title. See, it's pretty obvious that it's the title of the header. And then you have modifiers like this one, page section, which I added to different the different sections of the web page, so I can give it, that's what the modifier does, change the state of an element or blocks. And in this particular case, what it does, this page one, I'm gonna see if I can find it. Page one is super important because give it like a width of 100% and a max width to every section of 80 pixels. So that means it's not gonna go more than that. And this is super important when we go to responsive design and start to shrink. It's never gonna pass this 80 pixels. I'm gonna show you in a minute. Here the page, inspect. This is already got shrink. Okay, so when you go less than the limit, 80 pixels, the thing starts to go to 2 columns and then 1 column, and always as 100% of the width. I take advantage to show about the media query. I put it like 480, so you can see the display of the profile when I change to that specific resolution, how we go to from a row to a column there. Oh, that's too much there, like a column. All the things, all the elements go in a column. I decided to use flex for the different like small elements because it's better for the relationship in between them. And then for the in the big scale, like the card list, I use grid. I use grid template columns, and I use the formula I'm gonna show you in a minute. Here for the card list, I use grid template columns and repeat. The minimum of is auto fit and the maximum is like the size of each card, right? And then a gap for the columns and for the rows and columns of 20 and 17 pixels. But for the card itself, for all of the card blocks, I use flex and column. So the relationship between the picture and the description of the card, it's even. I got already 6 minutes. I'm gonna talk fast. Fonts I use. I apply with the font face. Font face a rule, taking the URL from the page and then add a format of WOF2, and here font family, the style, normal, and the font weight specifically, and I install it in this device, in this browser. And then I use normalize. Normalize, we use it for change the default properties that the browser got for CSS. So we can start from, for example, using these kind of units. That is important. The EM for the font size. That I know that 1 EM is about 16 pixel. Could be wrong, but I think that that's the real one. So the next one, the font size in this case, is gonna be always 2 EM, or for the margin in this case, so talking about the 0.67, like a fraction of 1 EM.